Good day, everyone. My name is Bill Harshman, and I'll be hosting your session today. This webinar is presented by Training Location, your DiSC provider. We are an authorized DiSC distributor for Wiley Publishing, as well as a channel partner with the Ken Blanchard companies. Thank you for your interest and for visiting our website. Our topic today is stressors and motivators of the S or steady style. You'll discover simple and effective ways to improve interactions with the S styles in your world. This session is one in a series discussing the stressors and motivators of the 4 DiSC styles, which include dominant, influence, steady, and conscientious. Before we begin, let's review the cornerstone principles of DiSC. All DiSC styles are equally valuable. No single DiSC style is better than another, and everyone is a unique blend of all 4 DiSC styles. In the interest of time, I won't repeat other foundational information from previous blogs. However, I always encourage you to refer to them for yourself and others at our website, traininglocation.com/blogs. And a footnote, I've always had questions why I present the word DiSC with a lowercase I in these webinars and my materials. That's simply a trademark of the Wiley Publishing Group. It was a typo in original printed marketing material, and some at Wiley thought it could help differentiate it from DiSC products of other providers. And it continues to uniquely identify the original DiSC to this day. Now, those of you who have joined us before know that I refer to our PACE and priority model as the essential tool to diagnose, discuss, and understand DiSC styles. This may be redundant to those of you following our vlogs. However, it provides a reinforcement if someone is seeing this vlog first from the collection on our traininglocation.com website. The vertical axis represents PACE, and we see the descriptors at the top and at the bottom of the spectrum. And I'll give you a moment to familiarize yourself with those different ends of that spectrum. The horizontal axis, represents priority, and we see those descriptors at the left and at the right of the priority spectrum. And just a note, some people use the term relationship oriented for the right side of this priority spectrum. For simplicity, I'll define PACE as either fast or deliberate, and priority is either task or people. As we look at this simple grid, we can begin to make the unique PACE and priority pairings into each of the quadrants as follows. Fast and task describes a D. Fast and people describes I or influence. Deliberate and people defines the S or steady, and deliberate and task defines a C or conscientious style. This model will help us understand the stressors and motivators for the S style. To prepare us for today's learning, I want to review the S or steady style descriptors from a previous blog on our traininglocation.com website. As noted, the S style generally has a deliberate or reflective pace coupled with a people or accepting priority. Other descriptors of an S style might include even-tempered, accommodating, patient, humble, tactful, loyal, and team player. And the S style tends to be about giving support, maintaining stability, and enjoying collaboration. If they had a motto, it would be let's do it together. So let's take a look at what stresses and what motivates the S style. To set up our learning today, Wiley research indicates the following core themes or needs of the S style. A need for harmony. This may translate into bias to give other people the benefit of the doubt, or to put others in the best light, or to interpret intentions in the most favorable way. There's a need to avoid conflict. This translates to a powerful desire to really avoid conflict and the things that create conflict. The S may go so far as to avoid argumentative people. Next, the need for routine. This translates to working within existing structure and a comfort with routine and existing procedure. And last, is personal safety. This translates to modesty or minimal self-promotion and even potential embarrassment when recognized. They will spend time planning and preparing until they're sure they can defend their point. They spend a lot of time keeping themselves in check to avoid negative reactions. As we consider the behavioral tendencies coupled with these core themes or needs, it'll help us better understand the stressors and motivators of the S style. So let's take a look at environmental factors which might conflict with the S style. I'll preface this list with the following description reminder. The S style is focused on support, stability, and collaboration. Now here's a list of environmental factors which may trigger stress for the S style. Insensitivity, impatience, sudden or rapid change, disappointment from others, conflict with others or even between others, insincerity, unpredictability. I hope you can see the link to what the S style is focused on and how these aspects of an external environment could trigger stress. Now let's take a look at environmental factors which might align with the S style. And again, let me preface this list with the following general description or reminder. As we just heard, the S style's emphasis on cooperating with others within existing circumstances to get the task done. They likely prefer working in a predictable, steady environment. Here's the list of factors which may provide motivation for the S style. Stability, sincere appreciation, cooperation, opportunities to help, group identification, and SOPs or standard operating procedures. As we begin to wrap up, what is there to learn from this session? Here's my thought. Different people find different aspects of their respective environment somewhere on the spectrum between stress and motivation. I'd ask that you review these to see which, if any, of these stressors and motivators mentioned today trigger a response from you, regardless of your DiSC style. However, I'd really like you to think of interactions and environments in which others are placed that might trigger their stressors and motivators. Whether you're a manager or a non-manager, this single insight could be very helpful to improved communication and understanding. Here's our model again to help remind you of where the S style fits into our grid. With what we've learned in this webinar, it might help provide more context about the environment of the S style and provide some understanding of how they respond to it. I encourage you to share this webinar with your personal and professional connections. In fact, many of my customers and clients are using these webinars as learning aids and boosters to help grow the DiSC culture within their organization. In other webinars, we'll learn about stressors and motivators of the D, the I, and the C styles, respectively. I hope this information helps address the challenges faced by your organization. Whether your organizational need includes employee engagement, conflict management, team building, or simply communication, DiSC is the research-based, proven leading training solution. DiSC has impacted more than 8 million learners in over 130,000 organizations and through 14 languages in over 70 countries worldwide. DiSC provides a quick, intuitive way to understand yourself and the needs and priorities of the people around you. DiSC delivers immediate and lasting impact on the performance of people and the culture of organizations. And as always, the key to effectiveness through DiSC is understanding your and others' styles, then using that knowledge for improved interactions. Thank you for joining us today. Here is our contact information. Meanwhile, good luck with the DiSC. I hope this information has been educational, valuable, and helpful, and I look forward to seeing you on future webinars. And if you'd like to discuss a live complimentary webinar introducing DiSC to your team or organization, use the email shown, info@traininglocation.com. Be sure and check out our other blogs at the web address shown, or simply go to our website, www.traininglocation.com, and click on blogs. Thank you and goodbye until next time.